All right, let's dive right in. So, you're thinking about taking an accelerated 8-week course, or maybe you're already signed up. It's definitely an intense format, no doubt about it, but it is absolutely doable. This explainer is basically your blueprint for not just surviving the next 2 months, but actually thriving in them. And that's really the big question, isn't it? I mean, how on earth do you cram a full 16-week semester into just 8 weeks? It sounds a little intimidating, and you know what? It's smart to ask that question, because really understanding the challenge is the very first step to crushing it. And this quote right here, this is the whole secret. Success in one of these fast-paced courses has almost nothing to do with being the smartest person in the class. It's all about preparation. It's about knowing exactly what you're getting into and having a solid, realistic plan. And that's what we're going to build today. I absolutely love this analogy. Instead of thinking of the pace as overwhelming, try to reframe it. You're basically immersing yourself in the subject. It's all you're focusing on. That kind of consistent, focused engagement can actually help you retain information better because you never have a chance to lose momentum. Okay, now for the most important part of this whole thing. This is the one number you really need to wrap your head around because it's the entire foundation of your plan. This is the non-negotiable reality of an 8-week course. There it is, 20 hours a week. Let that sink in for a second. This is the official college guideline, and it's what successful students consistently say they spend. And let's be super clear, this is not an exaggeration. It's the baseline. This is what it takes. But what does 20 hours actually look like? It's not just one giant, scary block of time. It breaks down into manageable chunks. You're looking at maybe 6 or 7 hours of reading, 4 to 5 hours watching lectures, another 5 or 6 doing assignments, and a few more for studying. When you see it like this, it feels a lot more doable, right? So let's put it in perspective. 20 hours a week is a part-time job, period. If you already have a full-time job, you're basically signing up for a 60-hour work week. That doesn't mean it's impossible, not at all, but it does mean you cannot just wing it. You absolutely have to have a schedule. Which leads us perfectly into our next section. How do you actually build that schedule? Because a plan that works for a student living at home is totally different from one for a parent working full-time. So let's get into some real-world strategies. Okay, if you're juggling a job and family, your keywords are communication and protection. You need to sit down with your family now and explain that for the next 8 weeks, things are going to be different. And when you block out study time on your calendar, you have to protect it. Treat it like a mandatory meeting with your boss. Oh, and meal prep on Sundays, total game changer. It'll save you so much time. Now, if this is your first time doing an online course, your new best friend is routine. You have to create the structure that a physical classroom normally provides. Set up a dedicated study spot, check the course at the same time every morning, maybe with your coffee, and please do not wait until you're totally lost to ask for help. Reach out to your instructor early and often. And for those of you new to this breakneck pace, your mantra is no 0 days. Doing a little bit every single day is so much better than trying to cram for 12 hours on a Sunday. Trust me, the pace is just too fast to play catch up. If you fall behind 1 week, it's almost impossible to recover. Okay, so you've got your plan, you know what you need to do. Now let's talk about how the course is actually designed to help you work smarter, not just harder. It's not about busy work, it's about focusing on the things that really matter for your grade. First up, quizzes. I want you to look at those words, low stakes, and just let them wash over you. These are not meant to stress you out. They are a tool for you. They're a way for you to check in with yourself and see, hey, did I actually get that concept? Think of them as a practice round, not the main event. So what is the main event? It's this, the video demonstrations. This is the core of your grade, and it's where the real learning happens. Why? Because you can't just repeat a definition. You have to actually explain a concept in your own words. That's the ultimate test of whether you truly understand something. And hey, if the idea of recording yourself on video makes you a little nervous, you have to hear this. The instructor is not looking for a Hollywood movie. It's okay if you stumble over your words or need to pause and think. They are listening for one thing and one thing only. Do you understand the material? That's it. So, how do you get that deep understanding from the readings? Well, don't just open to page 1 and start reading. That's a rookie mistake. First, skim the headings and summaries to get the big picture. Then, take notes, by hand, seriously. Research shows it helps you remember way more. Work in short, focused 25-minute bursts. Your brain will thank you. Building that initial momentum is one thing, but keeping it going for 8 weeks is the real challenge. A quick 5-minute check-in every single day keeps the course on your radar. On day 1, put every single due date into your calendar. And find a study partner. Having someone to hold you accountable can honestly be the difference between finishing strong and fizzling out.
Okay, a quick but really important note about AI. Look, these tools can be helpful for some things, but they can't do the heavy lifting for you in this course. They can't do the video demonstrations. Those assignments are specifically designed to require your unique voice and your synthesis of the material. Trying to use AI to get around that just means you won't learn what you need to.
So with all of that laid out on the table, we come to the final and maybe the most crucial question. This next part is all about helping you make a really smart, strategic decision about whether this is the right time for you to take this on. Let's just be really honest for a second. Look at these 2 columns. If you look at your life for the next 2 months and it's pretty stable, and you can carve out those 20 hours, then yeah, this format could be amazing for you. But if you have a wedding or you're moving, or you just know you're the kind of person who needs more time to let ideas sink in, then the 16-week version is the smarter path. And I want to repeat this because it's so important. Choosing the longer 16-week format is not failure. It's the exact opposite. It's a strategic decision to set yourself up for success. It's about knowing yourself and your life and choosing the path that will lead to the best learning, the least stress, and frankly, a better grade. So if you're thinking, yes, the 8-week course is for me, that's awesome. Before day 1, just run through this final checklist. Can you honestly say yes to all of these? If not, that's your homework for this week. Getting these things squared away before the chaos begins will make all the difference. Look, the big takeaway from all this is simple. Your success is totally within your control. It's not about being a genius. It's not about getting lucky. It comes down to honest planning and consistent effort, day in and day out. You can absolutely do this. And that brings us to the final thought. We've gone over the what and the why. But now, the ball's in your court. Don't just think about it. Get out a calendar, open up a document, and actually answer this question. What is your 20-hour plan?